If you go down the street to a local bank, you're only getting whatever their requirements are. And Jose has the ability to shop, hopefully a lot with us.
Yeah. People think that the minimum down payment required for a home is 20%. It's far from truth.
Everything starts with education. We provide marketing materials for our clients. It's all about trying to get the word out.
So we can inform people and they can have right expectations. Welcome to A&D Market Digest, the show that delves deep into the world of real estate and mortgages, where we uncover truth, dispel myth, and empower you with accurate information to make confident decisions. I'm your host, Nikita Verindap, and today we have two distinguished guests who are experts in the field. Joining us are Mike Pearson, Senior Vice President of A&D Mortgage and named synonymous with trust and reliability, and Jose Blanchard, a seasonal loan originator and NTM known for his expertise in the guiding homebuyers through the financial maze. Together, we are here to shed light on an issue that's impacting mortgage landscape, misinformation and misconceptions that homebuyers have about the lending and home buying process. Let's explore how we can collectively address this challenge and pave the way for informed, empowered homebuyers. Good afternoon, Michael, Jose. It's a pleasure having you here. Jose, thank you for joining us. That's your first time in the studio. I'm really glad that you were able to make it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the invitation. So glad to be here.
Always nice to be here. Nice to have some new blood on here.
Thank you.
Good to see you, my friend.
Nice. Guys, I've prepared an amazing questions for you today. So
We'll find out.
I hope we will enjoy it. Thank you for being here, guys. Let's start by addressing the startling statistics from a recent real estate witch survey that got a lot of attention in our trade magazines. Let me ask you guys, borrower misinformation impact potential homebuyers. How do we work to rectifying this?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a problem as long as I've been in the industry. You know, the what borrowers think is required versus what we can do as lenders and as originators has historically been a problem. So it takes a lot of communication. I don't know how you keep up with it.
Yeah, 100%. We always have issues when clients come to us. Or sometimes don't even come to us because they don't think they can purchase. And it's surprisingly for them, we have a bunch of products that we can fit them in. It's just a matter of you as a buyer or as a potential home buyer reaching out to a mortgage broker that can help you figure out all the myths
The survey revealed that a significant portion of Americans have misconceptions about median home sales price. Mike, can you elaborate on how these misconceptions arise and the potential consequences they can have?
Yeah, well, I mean, it goes directly to what Jose is saying, right? Like if your expectation is I can get into a home for $200,000, like that's what I'm budgeting for, and then you find out the home value is twice that, obviously that's going to affect your ability to shop for a mortgage or shop for a home. And then obviously that leads to people just giving up and renting when there's other opportunities, other things they can do.
So basically they're like failing to get their home dream.
Well,
home.
it's hard, and that's a lot of what, realtors do. That's what a lot of what originators do, is trying to educate the population so that they know what they're getting into, So you don't have borrowers saving up money and doing all these things to find out that they can't afford it or they have to find another opportunity. So,
Jose, it sounds like there is still a lack of understanding about the interest rates and down payments. How do you deal with that? Could you shed light on the importance of educating buyers about these aspects and how it could influence their decision-making process?
Sure. There is a big myth regarding the down payment historically, as Mike said. People think that the minimum down payment required for a home is 20%. And it's far from truth. You can buy a home these days with 0%, let's say with some DPA programs, down payment assistance, or if you want to go FHA, you're going to have a 3.5% down. So that's a thing that I come across very often. And it's good to inform people. That's why we try to, make a lot of material to put it out there so we can inform people and they can have right expectations. Regarding the rates, I think right now people got used to the new rates. We are now between 7 and 8. So it's easier to deal with them. 6 months ago, after the rates started hiking, you come to the client and say your rate is going to be 6, 7. They were
freaking out
Yeah,
because they
I
got
could
used to
imagine.
the 2 and 3%.
Yeah.
But now it's much better. People got understanding of what's going on.
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty tough time. So I know it's also hard to explain to borrowers actually that the rate's going to be crazy.
Yes.
But then you talk to some borrowers or people out the general public, and they're thinking rates are in the 10s, 12s. And it's understanding the scariness you hear in the news versus what the actual rates are and what people can qualify for.
Private mortgage insurance, in simple words, PMI. It seems to be a mystery to many Americans, according to the survey. Mike, can you please explain what PMI is and why it's crucial for homebuyers to have a clear understanding of it?
Yeah, sure. So first and foremost, if I think it was something like 3/4 of the population believe they have to put 20% down,
Yes.
that it would make sense that the population doesn't totally understand PMI, right? So PMI is a mortgage insurance policy that protects the lender against losses on the loan. And that is required when you put less than 20% down on conventional loans. So yeah, that unfortunately doesn't surprise me. If you're going into it thinking you have to put 20% down, then mortgage insurance wouldn't be in your mind.
Regarding the credit scores, what credit scores are required to obtain a mortgage also appear to be a point of confusion. Jose, do you deal with that, or how do you educate borrowers on what is needed to obtain financing?
Yeah, a lot of our buyers and clients are confused because they think to get a property, to get a loan, you need a good to excellent credit score, which is far from true as well. Here we can do loans with 580 scores, FHAs, and in some cases we can even go lower than that, depending on the situation and profile of the client.
So basically, not with any, there's still certain limitations and the minimum basically the borrower should have. But even the borrower with 600 credit score, he's still eligible to get a new home.
He may be, but that's why you go to a mortgage broker,
Correct.
right? If you go down the street to a local bank, you're only getting whatever their requirements are. And Jose has the ability to shop, hopefully a lot with us.
Yeah.
But he has a bunch of lenders that he works with, right? So he has the ability to shop all kinds of options for his borrowers.
Mike, as a leader in the mortgage industry, how does A&D address the challenge of misinformation? What initiatives actually are in place to educate the clients and the public?
Everything starts with education, right? Education and marketing, and that's something that we excel at. That's what we're doing right now,
Yes.
all right? So we do a lot of campaigns. We provide marketing materials for our clients. It's all about trying to get the word out. These
Webinars,
guidelines,
right?
I'm sorry?
Webinars?
Yeah, webinars all the time. We're doing face-to-face trainings. It's all about, trying to kind of change that dynamic because there are a lot of changes,
Yes.
right? Things go up and down and scores change and requirements change. So it's a constant process. It's never ending. It's a big part of our budget is investing in education so that our clients have the best information, so that they're able to educate their borrowers on what options are out there and their referral partners, of course.
Yeah, 100%. We appreciate that about A&D. As Mike said, the mortgage industry is changing every day. Guidelines, requirements. So as long as your partner, which in our case is A&D, keep us into update with what's going on and give us a better tool and abilities to handle our clients in the proper way.
Jose, actually, with your experience as the loan originator, could you please share a success story where dispelling misinformation played a pivotal role in helping a home buyer achieve their dream of home ownership?
I have many. Yeah. One that comes to my mind, I get a lot of clients that were denied, let's say, by the big banks, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and they say, my friend asked me to try with you, but I know I'm not going to qualify. They are a big bank. And we're able to do it afterwards because we look into it. We have other options, other avenues to take it to. And another scenario that I can think of, people say, I don't have the 20% down. I don't think I'm going to buy, but they asked me to call you to see it. We were able to do it with an FHA loan, 3.5% down. It equal, in that case, to $12,000, which they had. And they happy now, living in their house with their families.
Right. So there is always an opportunity and possibility that the borrower actually can get, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of opportunities, and the impact that means on a family. You think of what people have to do to save up for the down payment, and what the stress that puts on a
Yes.
family. Having options where you can get into a home, start building equity. That's the biggest driver of income or wealth in the United States. Getting them into a home that they can qualify, right? We want to make sure they're able to make their payments and not put them in a position to add extra stress, but be able to get them in there and start growing wealth is hugely important in this industry. It's what we're all, that's what we're about. That's why we're here.
Great. Thank you so much. I really think there was a pleasant conversation and really thoughtful. So thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you here, guys.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Excellent. Good to
Thank
be
you,
here
guys.
again.
Before we wrap up, a quick reminder, the journey to becoming an informed advisor to your clients doesn't end here. To stay updated on the latest insights, trends, and expert advice, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll find more engaging discussions like this one. Once again, a big thank you to our guests Mike Pearson and Jose Blanchard for enlightening us on the importance of dispelling misinformation in the mortgage and home buying market. I'm Nikita Verindab, urging you to stay informed, stay empowered, and of course, stay subscribed. Until next time on A&D Market Digest. See you guys.